Hello and welcome to Furious Reach. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yay!
I'm here.
Oh God, you are here. Who?
Hey, Alex.
Who are you? What did you do with Grant?
I'm just sitting on them.
Grant's,
It's pretty flat at this point.
This is really two Grants just sitting on top.
yeah.
There's a pancake in place there.
You guys
with a
choose.
giant Triceratops print right over
Oh
him.
no.
So.
Yeah. Well, why don't you tell everybody who you are since you're first?
Oh yeah. I'm looking here, right?
You can look at whatever you
Okay,
want.
because too many things to look at. I'm like, well, hello everyone. I'm Commander Holly, and I am here. Am I allowed to introduce my character yet? Or should I save it?
Say name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My whole name or just the first name?
Go for it.
Okay. My whole name is Ulusami Bandiria Tausi Alua Oldalin. Nice to meet you.
Wow, which island are you from?
The one I made up, apparently.
Got it.
But yeah, and I'm a forest gnome. It's gonna be great.
Hey, I'm Sig. I make monsters in the real world and stuff. And I play Lapad, the little angry tiny frogman.
Johan Wilder, a.k.a. Ivan Van Norman, wearing his fancy safari hat today, thanks to Commander Holly. So, I was like, oh, can I wear that? That's such a cool hat. Johan would totally wear something douchey and weird like that.
You always gotta have hats.
Of course, gotta have hats. Hats just make it so much
You
better.
just called all these that douchey and
Is that a
weird.
compliment?
Well, no.
I
To be
think in the context, if you're trying to be a super cool adventurer, then
he's like, you have to admit that wearing a safari hat on a tourist is
Sure,
immediately
for sure.
becomes
Yeah.
douchey and weird. But if it's on something like a forest gnome, it's legit and amazing. So anyway, nice to meet you all. I'm Ivan. I play board games on the internet. Hello.
Hi, I'm Mylin. I play Jakeen. You can find me on Twitch and the internet.
Is Twitch on the internet yet?
It's like separate. It's
Okay.
different.
All right. That's good to know because
Twitch
like,
is its own internet.
right. Well, I was worried about net neutrality.
Actually, we're all worried about net neutrality.
I was like, it might not be for a while. I don't know.
Yeah,
Way to
right?
get
Get your candles out,
topical.
kids.
This server provided by Comcast.
That was, maybe it's time to move out of the U.S.
That's not going to help you much.
No.
All right, and I'm Rudy, and I'm dungeon mastering this little adventure where people are apparently able to just, croak at any time.
Little adventure? We just did a dinosaur race, yo.
You did just do it. Why don't you tell us and the audience at home?
All right. So, in our last adventure, we raced through the jungles of Chult after defeating a amazingly giant Tyrannosaurus Rex. Taking amazing dino steaks into our mouths, we made our way to the port, of which our poor little frogman was summariously captured, drug into the streets of the port, and put on top of a Triceratops in order to race in the currently very favorable dinosaur races that is favorable. I said favorable twice, inside of the port. After cheering him on, the once now ex-great pirate, that was Grant Imahara, decided that my map was his ticket to paradise. And that didn't end very well for him. He was gored, stepped on, and flung willy-nilly along with 29 other casualties, which I learned today does not mean that that person is necessarily dead. It just means that they are either maimed, wounded, or dead. So 29 casualties were suffered in the city, and we're sitting like a bunch of wide-eyed deer in the midst of this. I think Jakeen pulled a short sword out of a poor gentleman's shoulder.
Yeah.
As she
You just-
gave him a little bit of gauze and held it on him and said, "Okay, nice to meet you," and then just walked out.
I
So,
gotta go.
Gotta go.
Bye.
And I believe that's where we last left our adventure.
But I got the map, and that's all that matters.
That is important. So, is that a good summary, Mr. Rudy?
I'd say that's pretty solid. Is there anything about your characters? Jack the volume a little, please. On the probably in the output.
Jack it up.
Is there anything about your characters that you feel like we're not encapsulating, obviously, in that conversation there?
I had the worst steak encounter with Jakeen. I thought it was going to be amazing, but it was really lame. Johan is really.
You mean
lucky, guys.
preparing a surprise dinner out of
Yes.
in the woods?
In the woods.
with everybody else around.
Guys,
Be a mistake.
I'm super. Yeah.
I didn't think Kyle showed up.
Yeah. I was like, oh, here we go.
Glad to know.
I don't know, LePen. How are you feeling about life at this point? Life in the city.
Pretty good. Well, no, not very good. I didn't really want to be. Lepad did not really want to go into the city in the first place, and they shackled me with a number that is linked to Chohan Wielder, and I just crashed a T-Rex or a Triceratops into a group of innocent people. So,
Yeah. But you killed a pirate.
yeah, mission accomplished-ish.
Ish. Well, what were you doing? Why were you on top of a Triceratops in a city?
Because they kidnapped me and they thought I was the rider. My fellow friends trying to clear everything up, but that didn't happen. So we just had to ride a Triceratops through the city.
Yeah, just had to.
Mhm.
It's fun. What brings you, little frog man Grung, to the city?
Well, I'm a big fan of Chohan Wielder's books. Not so much of his person. I know that because I read them to the Grung in the jungle, and I know that if he dies, he won't write beautiful stories anymore. So, just sucking it up and trying my best to keep this guy alive.
That's usually how a lot of authors work. I like
Never
your
meet your
books.
heroes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, never meet your heroes. There it is.
That sums it up. That's
I like your books. You're a dick. We're gonna go our separate ways now.
Not all.
Not
Not all
all.
authors. There's actually several I've met that are great.
Like
They're really
like
great.
Ivan, who's at the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote a children's book, which got nominated for an Annie, by the way.
Congratulations, sir.
If you don't mind me taking a little humble brag, if you would like to take the opportunity to go to ennies.org, that's ENNIES, and since the Ennies are very much like the Academy Awards of the role-playing game industry space, I would like for you to take into consideration the ABCs of RPGs as your favorite RPG-related product.
You just went from humble brag to like calling it.
That was a soft CTA,
Hey,
a soft one.
be proud of your work.
Obviously,
It's
yes.
pretty cool, guys. Being nominated for an Annie's pretty cool.
I think so. I think we can all give you a little.
Hey, when and if you ever write a free module, you could submit that for best free product on the Annies. So they give the award out every year at Gen Con, which I know you're going to this year.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Mhm.
Anybody else gonna be there?
We'll see.
I went there
Yeah.
once.
How'd that
How many years ago?
It was like 2 years ago. It was fun. Yeah, I had a great time. I wish I could go back. I met my favorite artist. It was amazing.
Oh, really? You're a guest artist?
No, I met my favorite artist.
Oh, you met your favorite
no,
artist.
I was just,
Cool.
I was
Who's your
just
favorite
there.
artist?
Tony DiTerlizzi. He did all the Planescape art. Yeah.
So you were like a big Planescape like fanatic, huh?
Mm-hmm. I
That's
do
nice.
love
He's done a lot of other stuff too. He did my favorite. He has a portrait of a young tiefling.
Yes, that one's amazing. He also did the Spiderwick Chronicles as well, which
Right.
is an amazing
Yeah.
children's book.
Yeah.
If I may also say, he backed my original Kickstarter when I did ABCs of
really?
RPGs,
That's amazing.
and then he messaged me and said I did a really good job.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, which
Well,
was
let's
like-
quit
Awesome.
now.
Made, so no,
Bye, everyone. I'm done.
it made my heart like explode a little bit. From
That
like,
is amazing.
You do really great work, and you think my stuff's cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
He is an inspiring human being.
He is. I would call him a modern Boris Vallejo, if I may be so bold.
Yeah.
So.
He said hi to me again at Gen Con, so that way I knew that he didn't think I was a weirdo.
Yeah.
That's great. He acknowledged your existence twice.
Twice.
Yes.
Yep.
You're past
Good job, me.
Let us get into the thing.
it.
Yes.
What was the
Who
thing?
are you? What are you doing?
What?
Character.
I did this already.
Did you already say like your character and class and level and everything? I thought we just said, oh, I'm playing.
Oh, I am a ranger and I'm level 6.
Great.
And this is my dog Lanfear. She's here because she had a seizure earlier. She's fine now. She's just gonna be here.
I am at level 6 bard, and I'm currently standing next to Jakeen with my jaw on the floor, as LePen is, I believe, standing over with his two little grungy arms on his shoulders, being like,
Very proud of killing Murdoch.
it's like, there you go. Very, very proud of himself.
Dinosaur murder.
Yeah. Well, I'm Lepad, Grung, level 6 rogue.